Let's continue with our JavaScript implementation. Previously, we have accessed all the ingredients and all the measurements related to that ingredient. When I click on this, open inspect. Now in my console, you can see I have accessed ingredient as well as measurement for that ingredient. And also, we are successfully able to access all the data related to that one single meal. Now what I have to do, all the data, whatever we have displayed in our console, from there, I have to pick all the data and display in our browser. Let me just comment this one. Below this, we are just going to access our variable single meal element. Inside this, we have accessed single meal container. Let me show here. And inside this container, we are going to display all this data. We are going to display the heading, category, image, ingredients, as well as the instructions. So I'm just going to copy this, and below this, I'm going to paste that variable. I will be using inner HTML property. Inside this container, I'm just going to display all the data is equal to, I will be using backticks, semicolon, and inside this backticks, we are going to write entire HTML code. When we are writing HTML inside this backticks, we will not be having proper colors. So what I will do, first I am going to write the code inside this HTML file. Later on, we are going to copy and we are going to paste inside the template literals. I will just write here diff, and for this I'm just going to give the class as single meal. Inside this, I'm just going to write h1. Let me just open console, click on this, inspect, and inside this console, if I just open this array, okay, we have not consoled the entire data. Let me just come here. I will just uncomment this. Again, I'm just going to search here pizza. Click on this, inspect. Now here I am having this array. I will just open. Here you can see we are having different keys for individual data. Let me just come down. We just have to access this string meal. So whenever we are writing in template literals, for any variable, we have to use dollar symbol. Inside this curly braces, I will be writing meal dot string meal, strmeal. And this meal, inside this, you can see we are already passing this argument. So we are accessing the same thing and we are just displaying the h1. So let me just copy this, and inside this backticks I'm going to paste, save. Now as soon as I saved, I got this result because we have written the code inside HTML file. Let me comment this one. Now here I'm just going to search for pizza. Now as soon as I click on this, you can see we are successfully able to access the heading. Now in the same way, we are going to display all the data. Let me just uncomment this. Below this, I'm going to create one more div, and for this, we are going to give the class as single meal info. Whatever classes you want, you can give. But if you have copied the same stylings, what I have given here, accordingly, you have to give the classes, or else the design will be messed up. Now next, let me come here. After this, we are having this category name. So inside this container, we are just going to display the category. Before that, let me just show you the result. I will just write here pizza. Click on this, open. This is the category. For some ingredients, we do not have any category, and for some, we do not have area. Let me show you the result. Rice. Click on this. I will open. For this ingredient also, we have this category as well as we have this area. For some, we do not have. So what we will do, we will be using ternary operator. And here I'm just going to write meal dot string category. I will open this. Let me copy, and inside this I'm going to paste. If this is present, only then I have to display the category. Let me open paragraph. I will copy same thing, and here I will be pasting. If this is not there, then what I have to do? I just have to display nothing. So we are just going to write empty strings. And this entire thing we are just going to wrap inside backticks. When we write in JavaScript, we will see all the colors, but only to write HTML part, I am just using in index.html file. And this curly braces from here I will be removing. Same I will copy, and below this I am going to paste. And instead of string category, now we are going to use string area. If this is there, only then we have to display this string area, or else we should display nothing. I will copy this. Now you can see we have got all the stylings, and whatever I have displayed in HTML, exact same thing is displayed. But as soon as I paste that container in JavaScript, save this. I will write here pizza. Click on this. Now you can see I am able to access pizza. Okay, we are still not able to access this one. Let us see. We have this meal info, and inside this I have to put dollar, and here also I have to put dollar, because whenever we are accessing any variables, we have to write this dollar. I will write here pizza. Click on this. Now you can see I am able to access the category, as well as I am able to access the area. So accordingly, whatever data you want to display in this DOM, you can display from the API. Next, let me come here. Next, we have the image. So below this div container, I'm going to write image attribute. And inside this src, I will write here meal dot. Let me open my console. Inside this, for image, I will come down. For image, we have this link, and for this, we have this key. I will copy, and here I'm just going to paste. Then inside this alt, let me just copy the same thing, and here I will be pasting. Save this, copy this image tag, and below this div I'm just going to paste. Save this, come to my project, pizza, click on this. Now you can see I am able to access the image as well. Let me open. You can see I am able to access the image. Now after this image, we have one heading, and below that we have ingredients. So below this image, we have one heading. For that, I'm just going to create one div. Inside this, I will give the class as main. Inside this h2, what we have to display? We have to display the heading as ingredients. Below this, I'm going to create unordered list. Inside this unordered list, we are going to display all the ingredients. I will just write here dollar ingredients. We have already created the variable for ingredients. Let me just write here ingredients dot map, because we are having multiple data, so we are going to loop through all the data. We will be using map method, and inside this, let me just pass here one variable arrow function. Okay, this is part of JavaScript, so for better understanding, let me just remove from here, and we are just going to write the code in JavaScript file. Copy this div container. Below this I will be pasting. Now here I will be writing my ingredients array. Using map method, we are going to loop through all the values. I will just write one variable. We will be using arrow function. Inside this, inside li, inside list item, we have to display all the ingredients. Li, close li, and here I am going to write dollar. Inside this, what we have to display? We have to display this data. Copy and paste. Save this. And here I will be writing pizza. Now click on this. I am able to access the image. I am able to access the ingredients. But here if you see, I am having only commas. I do not have all the ingredients. So what we can do? We can just use join method and we can wrap this. Let me just remove this curly braces. And after this, I will remove this as well. And after this bracket, I will be using join and I will be using double quotes. Save this. Now let me just write here rice. Click on this. Now you can see rice as well as ingredients are displayed. What we have done from this array, we are just mapping through all the elements and one by one we are displaying all the items. And previously we have given all the stylings. So whatever stylings I have given, that is applied. Now below this, we have to write one heading for instructions. Below this UL, I will be writing H2 and here I'm just going to write instructions. I will close H2. And after that, again I'm going to write one paragraph, dollar, and inside this what we have to display? We have to display the instruction, meal dot string instruction. Okay, this is the key present inside the API. So we are going to use that. I will save. Let me just remove all the code from HTML. Save this. Now I'm just going to write here rice. Click on search. I am having heading. I am having this category, image, ingredients as well as instructions. So let us revise whatever we have done. From here, we have just accessed all the categories and ingredients and we have pushed inside this ingredients variable. That is our array. And here inside this div container, inside HTML, we are just adding all this content. First, we have accessed the heading and this is the exact key which is present inside the API and this is our variable, this one. Whatever argument we have passed, we are just writing here meal dot string meal. Then from here, we are just taking, if we have category, then display the category. If you do not have category, then do not display anything. Similarly for area, then we are displaying the image and this is the keys which are present inside our API. Now to display all the ingredients, as ingredient is an array, we are using map method and we are going to loop through all the values. Let me write here values, copy and here paste. Whatever names you want, you can give. And using this join method, we are just combining all this thing and we are displaying all the data. Again, rice. Click on search. Now you can see I got ingredients, instructions. When I click on this, related to that, I will be having all the ingredients and instruction is displayed. Now in next session, we are going to see the final part, that is searching random meals.